Vegas Raiders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They go play action with Eason.
And the Raiders have got him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Eason. That ball complete to Isabella. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Eason off the play fake.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, Justin Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
These 2 teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Room here to run.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Eason forced out to his left. Touchdown!
Isaiah Likely, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Raiders 0.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
From the 6.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's Herbert. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The Raiders in a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Flush to his right. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And Waller taking it in over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
Here's Herbert. The quick slant caught. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 1st quarter lead.
Broncos 14, Raiders 0.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. But thank you, Dr. Dickens. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Play action. It's Eason.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Isaiah Likely.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. 21-0 our score after 1.
Raiders, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy at halftime.
Eason in trouble, and down he goes.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack.
Eason.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Eason.
Uncorks one for Davis. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action.
A pass complete downfield to Renfro.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
White will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
To try again after the sack. Eason. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Throwing is Eason.
And he's going to go down again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Blake Gillikin on the punt here as he'll send this one away.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They start the drive with White.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And his throw here is incomplete.
These are the situations that really tested defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick. If indeed
under pressure, and he will go down. Sat back at the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
He's got the first down and more.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
From the gun is Eason.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the Raiders' 2-yard line.
Eason sets to throw it.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Being chased out left. Taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. First and 10, Eason. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he goes out right around the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Eason to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's got room at the 30, down the left sideline, and all the way home for a Broncos score.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
McManus's point after is good, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there just before halftime. 73 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Herbert now. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Herbert, pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Steps away to his left. Looking deep for Adams.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Again, Herbert. And now here is another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Broncos 42, Raiders 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Adams the man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Eason.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Eason.
Flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
This one caught by Isabella. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Eason going to try and throw for it.
Wide open receiver complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Andy Isabella from 8 yards out.
And the Broncos have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Raiders 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the 1st half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got his target, Samuel. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
It's now 3rd down.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great... He's got a man, complete! And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Broncos are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Let's go.
Play action. It's Herbert. Looking deep for Adams. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense can very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Raiders 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. It does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Herbert's throw taken in by Samuel.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have had plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Herbert off of play action. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Jalen Armour-Davis
in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. After the sack on first down, Herbert. This will be caught at Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
A gain of 24 yards.
Now Herbert with it looking to pass. This will be caught at about the 5. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now a handoff up the middle. Wall. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, Herbert. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last throw here for Herbert. Under pressure, they got him again.
And as this defense walks off